a sleek grey tabby, was a mother with an unwavering love for her two kittens, Toby and Miri. They lived a precarious existence on the unforgiving streets, scavenging for scraps and seeking shelter wherever they could find it. Each day was a struggle for survival, a constant battle against hunger and the elements. Nala's love for her kittens was the only constant in their chaotic world, a beacon of warmth and protection in the cold reality of their lives. The kittens, Toby, a playful orange tabby, and Miri, a shy calico, were Nala's whole world. She would groom them meticulously, sharing her meager meals and shielding them from the dangers of the street. Every purr and every nuzzle reaffirmed the bond they shared, a silent language of love and dependence. Nala would often curl her body around them, creating a haven of warmth and security against the harshness of their surroundings. Her love was a shield against the cold, the hunger and the fear that permeated their lives. The streets were a dangerous playground for two young kittens. Cars whizzed by, indifferent to their small size, and larger animals posed a constant threat. Nala was always vigilant, her senses sharpened by the need to protect her offspring. She would hiss and spit at any potential danger, her motherly instincts kicking in with fierce determination. Every shadow, every sudden noise was a potential threat, and Nala was their unwavering protector. Despite the hardships, there were moments of joy, fleeting moments of playfulness that reminded Nala of the innocence of her kittens. Toby, ever the adventurer, would chase butterflies and pounce on fallen leaves, while Miri, more cautious, would watch from a safe distance. Nala would watch them, her heart swelling with a mixture of love and anxiety. These moments were precious, a reminder of the simple joys that life could offer, even amidst the struggle for survival. The summer sun beat down relentlessly, baking the pavement and turning the city into a furnace. Water became scarce, a precious commodity that was essential for survival. Nala, weakened by hunger and dehydration, struggled to provide for her kittens. Their small bodies were vulnerable to the heat, and their plaintive meows tugged at Nala's already strained heart. The search for water became their primary focus, a desperate quest in a concrete jungle. Toby, always the more adventurous of the two, felt the pangs of thirst more acutely. He was a curious kitten, always exploring, always pushing the boundaries of his small world. He watched as a small puddle formed at the edge of the street, a shimmering mirage in the oppressive heat. The water, contaminated by the city's grime, seemed like a haven to the parched kitten. He couldn't resist the urge to quench his thirst. Nala, preoccupied with searching for food, didn't notice Toby's venture towards the street. She was rummaging through a discarded bag of trash, hoping to find a morsel to share with her kittens. Her mind was consumed with worry, a constant battle against the fear of losing her precious babies. The city noises, usually a cacophony of sounds, faded into the background as her focus narrowed to the task at hand. Unaware of the danger, Toby crept towards the puddle, his small pink tongue darting out in anticipation. The street shimmered in the heat, distorting his vision. He took a tentative step onto the asphalt, then another, drawn by the promise of cool water. He was oblivious to the approaching vehicle, a large truck barreling down the street, its driver unaware of the tiny creature in its path. The screech of tires pierced the air, followed by a sickening thud. Nala's head snapped up, her heart pounding in her chest. A wave of dread washed over her as she saw the truck come to a sudden halt. She knew instinctively that something terrible had happened. Her eyes darted towards the street, searching for her kittens, her heart pounding with a primal fear. She saw Miri cowering by the side of the road, her eyes wide with terror. But Toby was nowhere to be seen. Nala raced towards the street, her maternal instincts overriding her fear of the traffic. She called out for Toby, her voice a desperate wail that echoed through the urban canyon. The world seemed to slow down, the sounds of the city fading into a dull roar. As she reached the spot where Toby had been headed, she saw it, a small lifeless form lying in the middle of the road. Her heart shattered into a million pieces. The world around her seemed to crumble, the vibrant city colors fading into a monochrome blur. Her legs gave way, and she collapsed next to her beloved kitten, her body racked with sobs. The driver of the truck emerged, his face pale with shock. He hadn't seen the tiny kitten. He knelt beside Nala, his voice filled with remorse. But his apologies were meaningless. Nothing could bring back Toby. Nala nudged her lifeless kitten, her soft meows turning into a heart-wrenching lament. The warmth of his small body was already fading, replaced by the cold reality of death. Section 4. Nala's Heartbreak. The world seemed to lose its color for Nala. The vibrant hues of the city, once a backdrop to her struggles, now seemed dull and lifeless. The sun, once a source of warmth, now felt like a cruel reminder of the day she lost her beloved Toby. The streets, once a dangerous playground, now held only memories of her tragic loss. Everywhere she looked, she saw Toby's playful antics, his innocent curiosity, and his boundless energy. Nala carried Toby's lifeless body to a quiet alleyway, a hidden sanctuary away from the bustling streets. She gently laid him down